Hello, this is Dave from Sloan Walker. Today we're going to be looking at how to enter a payment and receipt into VT Transaction Plus. First button you need to press is the P and R button at the top of there. Once you press that, it opens up the data entry screen. You can see here you've got your starting bank balance, the amounts of receipts, amounts of payments and closing balance there. You'll notice here you've got hints and tips. Enter 1 for a payment, 2 for a cheque and 3 for a receipt. So we're going to enter a receipt into the current bank account, which is here. You can select different bank accounts. We're going to go with the current one. So enter a bank receipt, you're going to press 3. We'll enter today's date, it's 3rd of June 2013. Money introduced by Mr. Box. We're going to introduce £5,000. Now, there's no VAT on that, but if there were, you could change it to have standard VAT. So you're going to click no VAT. This particular income is going to go to the director's loan account as money introduced by one of the directors. Now you notice that we've now got receipts coming in of 5,000 and the balance here being £5,000 in the bank account. So we can click on save and that's that recorded. Now imagine you were paying out wages for today and you paid it by cheque. Well, these tips down here tell us that press 2 for a cheque, and here we're able to enter the cheque number. So it's 100001 for this cheque. We've paid out Mr. Jones wages. There we pay him out £1,000, no VAT, and it'll go to wages and salaries. Let's imagine you've also paid out someone else's wages. This time it's a bank transfer, so we just press 1 this time. And it's Mr. Smith. And you're going to pay him £500 wages as well. Now you can keep entering on this screen, and until you press save, nothing's going to happen. So it allows you to just keep entering and entering, but if some problem happens with your computer, then you would lose all your data entry. So it's quite good to enter a few and then click on save. Now this time I'm going to enter another cheque, and you notice that it now goes on to the next cheque number in the sequence. We go across and we're going to enter it to the same person. This is just to show you how it can work, but if you press M, it now remembers all the different M's that you've had. So you're going to pay Mr. Jones more wages. You can either select £1,000 or we can enter a different amount. To move across, you can tab, and this analysis ledger is where you can choose what type of expense or income you're entering. Tab across, tab down there. Now we'll enter another payment to Mr. Jones. This time it's a bank transfer, so we press 1, and this time instead of typing it out we can just press F9 and that will copy the narrative from above. And if you look down here it says press F9 to copy from the cell above. Tab across and we now go into another £500 wages. Click on save. Now if you want to reference the payment to an individual invoice, so imagine we're going to write another cheque now, cheque number 3, same date today, and this is some cleaning services. What we do is we enter a reference. Now that individual reference, this reference number 1, we would record on the invoice. So you'd write that on the top right hand corner of the invoice in red, and you put that reference at the end of the narrative. We're going to type £120 and this has got VAT on it. So we paid someone to come and do cleaning. So expenses, cleaning. So if we wrote another payment to this cleaning services, it was a different invoice. We're going to just leave the date the same for now, just for simplicity, but this will be check number 4. What we can do there is F9 to copy it. This time, using the right arrow key, we're going to change the reference to reference number 2. So that invoice then has a separate reference. This was for £300 including VAT. So you select standard VAT. You must ensure that the VAT agrees to the amount on the invoice. Tab across, and that's it. And what you'll notice is that the end balance in the bank account will be moving all the time as you've been entering these payments. Click on save, close. And that's this basic way that you'll enter a payment and receipt into VT.